Hi, I'm Julia Wintner, and this is my exhibition, Prophets, Visionaries, and Disciples, Shrishti students and faculty, at 1 Shanti Road Art Gallery, Bangalore, India.
The rest.
Hey, welcome to the exhibition, Prophets, Visionaries, and Disciples. So let me begin with the work by Shai Heridia, who is leading faculty at Sri Manipal Institute of Art, Design, and Technology. This is the whole exhibition of students and faculty from this same institution. Shai Heridia is presenting her book, her recent publication titled One Film at a Time. You can purchase this book by downloading this QR code. The book is an anthology of articles and publications that they talk about archives of experimental Indian cinema, starting from 1962.
I didn't even know they had experimentals.
Yes, Shai is a faculty of film, so she knows quite a bit about history of film and especially about contemporary experimental cinema in India. She is also a founder of the film festival titled which I don't remember the title of this.
Well, people will look for it, they're gonna see it. Come closer.
We can edit this part. Sorry. But she is very well regarded in the field of experimental cinema. And I have her contact if you like to meet and talk to her later. Mamta Sagar knows Shai very well. They're both colleagues, they work together.
Come closer. Just think this photo will intrigue me a little. What's the arsenal for this article?
I think these are examples of a journal that was devoted to experimental cinema in India. And Shai's festival is called Experimenta. It takes place in India and it brings together contemporary experimental films. And there are a few archives as well that she discovered. So this book features documents from these archives.
Okay. And what about this one?
This is the work by our student from Shrishti, whose name is Zivaki Pratap. And Zivaki interviewed several of her colleagues, students as well, asking them questions about their mental health and mental experiences that they went through in the college, during the college environment. So this work focuses on humiliation, some unpleasant experiences that students went through during their schooling, both in high school and also in higher education. So she created this type of diagram to illustrate how the rejection or angry comment trigger various responses in students' mind.
I see they have like an order, like one humiliation when goes to another humiliation.
Correct.
It's like a whole system of humiliation.
Yes.
Very interesting. And
Yeah.
it starts from up, and I see down. There is very interesting this down part. You see?
Yes. This is because we didn't have enough wall space for this artwork. The work was added later, so to be able to display the entire work, I told Divaki, put it on the floor and let it flow on the floor.
Yes, let it flow on the floor. I like that.
Yes, and I think it's actually adds up to the reading of the work.
Really interesting. And
Here you can hear the interviews with her colleagues and peers talking about the various humiliations or incidents that they went through.
Let me see. Is it gonna make me feel uncomfortable?
Well, I think it will allow you to experience students' anxieties a little bit.
it's quite a complex discussion. Let's see, this part intrigued me the most because it looks, it's so many things you can see. Where does your attention could go? You could go here. Mine go first went here, because the structure, the like triangles, and with this, it gives me like, I would say like a bloody atmosphere, like a blood, like I feel it in my head, not only in my head, because it gives me like a horror-like sensation.
Yes, it's very true reading of this work. Mamta Sagar created this work to commemorate a killing of a very important labor activist here in Bangalore. His name is Sakyat Rajan. Sakyat Rajan was a very good friend of Mamta, and he was felled by police in 2005. And Mamta responded through this installation to this horrible case of losing a dear friend. So in a way, this is the beat of his heart. before she died, as a linear diagram of his heart beating for the last times. And therefore you see these blood bags with poetry inscribed, translated by Mamta as well.
Yes.
And the video spiral that you see is also written here, and the installation is called Song Slaughter. Mamta Sagar is a faculty at School.
Oh, and when I met her most, she sounds like she really cares about this and politics of life and about people who really fought, for their ideals. I think was one of the reasons I came here because there is a mentality here, a political conscience that is very important that we have. And I like if you can show us with the camera little up. No, this exposition is very intense in some parts. It's really balanced by the structure, by the architecture. It gives you a really good feeling, and you don't feel overwhelmed by all this information. You thought it very good. You know what about this?
This is the work by one of our students, Ananya Peppa, and reflected on the mother tongue through which she talked to her mother, and her mother talked to her. This is a language of Telugu that is spoken in Karnataka and spoken in Bangalore, but Ananya doesn't speak Telugu. She only can understand and remembers in early childhood when her mom talked to her in this language. So this artwork written in Telugu, and you can read Amma, which means mother, Amma again, and you can read some translations of the words. The artist reflects on her early childhood memories of her mother.
Is it still used, this language?
Yes, some of the visitors of the gallery during the opening were able to read these words in Telugu. But the artist herself does not speak that language. These are cyanotypes, special types of prints that she made using cyano medium, which is always that intense blue color.
Yes. And,
very popular medium.
no, I see this like smokes, and I see like spider web, and I'm curious about why did she use like it feels like she has a philosophical meaning to it, and I can't grasp it yet. Maybe the viewers will understand it better.
Yeah, she tries to portray her memory as disappearing, as a transient substance. Memory is something that we hold, but it's very vague, it's very unclear. So, by including the parts of fabric, layering fabric on porcelains, and then submerging these artwork into the cell. Printing chemicals, she gives this idea idea of memory being vague and abstract and not being vivid,
Yes.
being
Yes.
transient.
I like that she used blue for memory because
Yeah.
blue is always an ethereal color. It's always that border between life and death and experience. And it's good that she used this. I really like this. And I see. Oh, okay. What is this?
This is another work by our student. Her name is Anand Vadvana. Anand reflected on her experience of collaboration during this last semester. She has been collaborating with other artists. She has been painting murals with another partner of hers, and she also worked in a group as an artist and curator. So all this experience of artistic collaboration was very important to her, and in this final artwork, she reflected on these multiple collaborations.
So these are basically her opinions on.
These are quotes from people she interviewed about collaboration and their experience of collaboration. And she framed these quotes in this very attractive way.
I see a pattern of thought in people. They say a lot that, people always say that they hate people, but they also love people, they also love each other. And if you see, quote, how are you going to create a collaborative space without any people? And then a good place to start is to have a community of people. People need people. Everybody was there because they wanted to be there. So if you can find, this way to collaborate, it would be nice because we can't without each other. We need each other always.
Yes, but ultimately artists are very self-centered beings, and it's hard for them to collaborate. But it's impossible to work individually. So this work is about the tensions, the disagreements that are unavoidable.
And they are important. Conflict also breeds creation and always is.
Yeah. And this is her manifesto called How Not to Be a Shitty Collaborator.
Okay, so I see. She says she recommends eat breakfast before work. You don't want to be pussy that lets the team down by passing out. It's a good advice. You don't want to be tired. Beyond the surface level, this is neither the killer poo nor your dad's roti. Your work needs layers and depth. The truth. And these ones are from her too?
Yes, this is her work as well. These are her own hands while creating the work during the past 3 years she has been at the school at which these are all final work. Students will be graduating from this program and they will be entering workforce, looking for jobs. So this is her homage to her hands that she used during all her time at Trinity, because that's the hands. She does the work, the artwork with her hands, using her hands very proactively. She draws, she paints murals, she paints paintings. So her hands are very much her tools of creation.
So like a visceral experience. experience. Yes.
Yeah, and homage to the labor that Europeans did through this type of schooling.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I see. Well, this is. Come closer. This is, I see. You know what reminds me? We have like a Romanian painter, Nicolae Căpălescu, who has a famous painting with some ovens, some like cows and stuff like that, and they all look at you. It's like that painting technique that can make you look. And this is like, it draws me to look at everybody's perspective from here. Look, in the cow.
Yes.
The cow is saying. You know, India, for me, I heard about the cow being saint, but I didn't know that chicken are also very well taken care of. No?
Yeah. These are staples of Indian diet. Chicken and the cow. A cow brings milk, but also the cow is a sacred animal. There are many gods that are associated with cow. Cow is a symbol of the nurturing mother, nurturing land. So therefore you see a lot of cows on the street. They are sacred.
Makes really sense because you know, India is called the mother of country, you know, the mother where you can find your animal, your place where you can find your feminine side, and maybe this could help.
This specific work is centered on the idea of disappearing farming land, disappearing from the city. The city grows so fast, the city expands so fast that farmers really are being pushed drastically out of the city and further. And this process is very difficult for farming community.
This is talk about Bangalore especially?
Yes, but almost all the cities are growing so fast, and many people are displaced because of industrialization and technology.
Yes.
That India is taking a very strong push towards IT and no farming, no agriculture.
Yes.
So this is that tension that is so good.
And it eats the soul, you know, all these constructions. You see this unicorn here. He doesn't even want to stay down with the people because he doesn't feel his place is there. He wants to go out from there. And look at this woman. She could be so happy, but she has to do
Sweeping of industrial or like city streets, and this is the capitalist showering.
yes. And it goes on the Yogin's bed. Nice point. Yes.
Yeah, and then this drawing metaphorically talks about the many ideas for Indian future. As you remember, Mahatma Gandhi was pro-agriculture, pro-nature, very much India by itself, an enclosed country. Current government looks for a way of expansion of technology, of India being a part of many geographical unions and geographical combinations. So there were always visionaries of a different future for this country. And that's in a way a metaphorical account of the various ideas what India will be in
got so much that even the yogis, I think, are tremendous in the relationship with the animals, you know, another beautiful thing. And I see they make like how they do in paintings, they do. So this is a place where they still have like a relationship with nature, and if you go here, he's on the laptop, on the horse. And I see you put, because the exposition presents the prophets, visionary disciples, and how they relate to each other. It's a scary world that we live in, and it's good that we still have people that think about it. This is Gandhi.
Yes, exactly. We were just talking about him. So these 4 drawings are made specifically for this exhibition by the faculty.
You know, I still am here on this. Kind of get my attention going is what the artist says here. A representation on the surface as a colonial humiliation to that very surface. Okay. Interesting. Unlearning, yes, unlearning. It is about unlearning sometimes. And I see she finishes with drawing out of its inner anorexia, is why I do draw. Interesting how she metaphorizes everything, you know? What is this a guy and I come from? The artist is a woman?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. I saw someone, yes.
He's also a very thoughtful educator. When we taught together, I was learning from him as much as I learned from my students. He was just such a thoughtful and attentive faculty and educator. Very wonderful person.
It's a lot to look at.
Yeah. And lots of layers, lots of references to Indian culture, history and culture.
And the ego is, he catches the ego in the hand. And this is also like Gandhi,
No, I think it might be even his self-portrait.
interesting. As you see the hand is like wrapped up, like chained and it chains the ego. And then you go here, where it's like a Pollock painting, where it's going into your head. It's like a humiliation where it takes your heart by humiliation and goes into your head. And I see the feminine side side up, and then this is like, I don't know, I'm speculating here. This looks like a mother or a grandmother or something. And the colors, I like the color red, blue, always complementary to each other because they are desire and transformation, you know.
Yes.
And Gandhi was the one who transformed everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a very, very interesting. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
in the world.
Oh, for me it was all my first inspiration. It was immense. And here what do we have?
This is a very interesting work by a student of Mamta Sagar.
Yes.
Mamta brings the students to the local market here in Bangalore. And the market itself is an extraordinary place where people sell flowers, sell fruits, sell everything from 4 a.m. in the morning till about 6 o'clock in the night. And the market itself is a big economy because the goods are delivered in the night, then there is the sellers, everyone come to this market. It's called Kiara Market, and I would strongly recommend you to go there in the morning, and you will be overwhelmed by the amount of flowers. The flowers are the temple flowers, and people come there to buy flowers for garlands or already made garlands for the gods. And each god have to have different garlands, and the symbolism of garlands is not attainable for us, but only from
process in life.
correct, because it's all in the religion, Hinduism religion inscripted in the books. So the market itself is overwhelming and beautiful experience. However, many students of Srishti who come from middle class families, who come here from other parts of India, they are not familiar with market experience. So Mamta takes her class to spend some time in the market, and her class sometimes even make art classes for children in that market, engage with the community who supports the market infrastructure.
Oh, so she's really involved.
Yes, so her students get exposure to the city itself and how market is a part of the city and how market contributes to this bustling economy that the city of Bangalore
Yes,
has.
well, I noticed that here the accent is put on this type of negotiating and try to find, I sell you something that you maybe need, that you maybe have, and you have to trust. It's a lot about trusting the people who offers you this, you know, and it's a lesson for us, the Europeans, because we don't have this kind of trust in other people, you know. It's kind of, how do you call this, like a process that puts your egotism down. It puts it really, your ego goes really down and you feel small but also connected. You feel connected and then you're like, I don't have to be the grand man or something. I can be here and connect.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, it's amazing. And this is
also drawings from the same market by another student. So she document some experiences of this small boy who lives in the market because his mother or father are selling flowers or doing something on the market, and he lives, amongst the stalls and have some rest, some time on the floor, and even have nightmares, all in that market. So it's a fictional story that she created based on the experiences of children who live around the area or connected, or children of market sellers. Because you don't to sell in this market, it is a profession. It's been profession for generations. You cannot just become a seller on the market, or you cannot become a garland maker. You need to learn how to make garlands, and often it's your father who started making garlands, and then you continue his family business. And if your father is a seller on the market, you can continue his local business. So these are people who have been selling or making something for the market for generations. And these are their children. Who might go to college, but probably not.
Because it looks like a happy experience for them, but they don't. I notice, like you said, nightmarish sometimes because they don't have much choice. They have like karmatic from other lives, it really affects our psyche. You can't. Maybe it's limits sometimes your perspective. Like, although this man, he looks pretty pleased with himself, but if you go down, it's just like the middle. It looks like this kid dreams. Maybe dreams of something more. I don't know. And he makes contact here, but I don't know what. Maybe a ghost, maybe his future self or another self from another life. And then I think for me how I'm interpreting this, because maybe this is what he likes about this life, because you can run with all the flowers in the world beside you. That could be nice, you're just running and enjoying the life. And this is like the buyers, like the buyers who come, they see this gentleman here. No, I like to interpret this because it says so much. This guy sits, he is happy, he's staying like he listens to this. He listens to the flowers that they're thinking. Maybe it's a maturity that you need to grow on different steps in life.
Yeah.
And this, what do you think about this?
Oh, this is just a drawing of, of the baskets and other utensils that people use on the market to water flowers, to keep them alive, to serve vegetables or sell vegetables. So these are all utensils for kitchenware or marketware.
At first I thought this man was a yogi or something. But I don't know, because if you look closely here, there is like a finger that grows from him. It could be a finger or it could be just think. This
This is the last part.
This is the wonderful word, very,
This could be an experience.
yes, very cheerful, very unusual, very different from everything we saw. And it's called Oh My God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And what ruminates what this is about? You see, they focus on how God affects us by orgasm and by because after I put these headphones, I was like, we actually do say God a lot during lovemaking and during intense pleasure and intense joy. It's like you want to say God, like God, yes, God, I feel so good. And it's the other part that because there is so much porn now that everything is so pornographic that they gradually they make this experience of God more superficial and more kitsch. And you have to try to maintain the God experience in lovemaking, which is not that easy.
Yeah. One person who lives here, he told me it's just so reminded him about when he was 16 years old or 14 years old, started to watch this American porn, and that's what that phrase, oh my God, just stuck in his mind.
Yes, well, for most of us now it's very easy to come by internet and well, when you do have the experience of love, God speaks in many things. When I put the headphones first, I was like, oh, this is, I never saw an exposition, somebody to make like an orgasmatic thing to enjoy. It's not that common. No, I never saw this video. Maybe it is, I don't know.
And the sound is now separated from the image, right? We don't have the image of form, we have only the sound.
Yes.
But sound is so iconic that it kind of reminds us right away about the porn and the lovemaking. But we say, oh my God, in other cases.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But
Too often.
yeah, even too often. But I think the work is about sound without an image. When we disconnect these two experiences, right? What is left?
Yes.
How we can add some image to the sound.
No, because in this day and age, image just conquer everything. Everything has image.
Even the sound needs an image.
Yes. It's attached to the image. You can't without the image. For us, this sensual experience, with the sound and how it feels on the hands, we are not connected now. We are visually thinking. Maybe it's good for our generation, but I think it limits us a lot. Because sound is very, very powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Powerful, there is a saying in Romania that women are more attracted to sound and that men are attracted visually. What that says? Well, because men, we are rational in the head. We are not here. And it affects us. A very nice exposition. Thank you very much for this experience.
Thank you so very much for filming us, giving us your time. You have the best, not assistant, but partner.
Thank you.